It's time for your most famous words in iRacing. It's time for your Go Time music. Frontier Truck Tour. iRacing. Alcohol. The beautiful mix of both. Jacob Blakely joins me in the booth for what will be the first of your two crown jewels. Back-to-back weeks of unbelievable racing. Jacob Alicia in the restart zone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Green. Just like that, we kick it off, Blakely.
Yeah, we have a great start off of Alicia, obviously. Ronnie Lane charging with the top line. Only got about, 6, 7 trucks up there. Now one pulls off, gets hang out to dry. Ryan, no, that was not Ryan. It looked like Mason maybe. Just dumped it to the bottom. But everybody just kind of very clean on the first lap.
As Ronnie Lane leads that lap with the help of Matthew Leggett and Joe Houston, that middle line. Douglas Henry up top, Ricky Mandoka, Dylan Hermanson.
Yeah, surprisingly, that top line is very strong with only just 4 trucks, but it makes who is the trucks, and that is obviously Douglas with Ricky, with Dylan, and with Mason. Those are very fast trucks right there, all 4 in a line, getting their ducks in a row, obviously, making moves. The middle line, though, has been just hanging out, and obviously Jacob Alicia said he wants to lead every lap, and he is still on the bottom, leading only 4 trucks. Everybody else is snaking to the middle, bottom, middle, bottom.
Think we had an issue with Hunter Reese. He's down on pit road. We have a crash report. I'm not sure about the validity of it. Possibly his wheel disconnected again. Let's take a look at the replay. What happened to Hunter East? So Hunter East is, dumped from behind. What happens? So he's,
I don't know if he
I'm not
checked
sure
up
who
or-
that is. I think that's Gary Smoke. Gary Smoke behind him. And Gary just doesn't lift, and it sends Hunter East to the inside wall.
Ryan is absolutely pinching.
And by the way, Dylan Hermanson, Mason Thompson, Ricky Mandoka, all in that top line, they are all teammates. Matthew Leggett will jump out of line. Bro thinks he's Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, bro is a big Denny Hamlin gooner. He geeks over Denny Hamlin every day. He was so geeked after yesterday's win, obviously, in real life in the Cup Series. But dude, I can think of as Jake Paul. I'm geeked. The AI videos, but anyways.
AI videos, have they been getting you?
Dude, they've been getting me mad, bro. Like all the Jake Paul ones have been pretty. They've been pretty fire. Not gonna lie.
Dude, I
Works
was low-key
best pastime.
jorking it to those, dude. They had me going.
Always get you going. I don't know what happened to the top lines, but they absolutely just crumbled. I wonder if everybody was getting too hot. Which
It's
it looks
getting
like. Everyone's
hot
kinda-
in here. How about we listen in on that team 67XI you have in that call at the moment? Davion Haskins, Dylan Hermanson, Mason Thompson, Nick Tucker, Ricky Mandoka, and Ryan Hatch all in one team. Let's listen in.
Keep going.
Dude, we're so close to clearing.
Keep her
I'm
going.
so close to clearing, and I had to check
we're
up.
gonna clear.
We'll be good down here, down in the back. I'm gonna
Okay,
help
clear.
from whoever the hell.
Just let me know if we're gonna go down or something. Someone yell.
I don't know. I think we should have done it.
I got a cool. I'm
Yeah.
in the middle. You stay up. I'll jump up when I get clear.
So you could hear right there, I mean, they are trying to get control of this race. They almost had the field clear. Herberton had to drop down to the middle. He actually now does go back up to rejoin his teammates, and Ryan Hatch keyed up. He said, let me know when I can turn left, and they just weren't close enough to do so. Jacob Alicia, Jake Kerr, Greg Jodiet are all teammates on the top line. Let's listen in to Mad Dog Motorsports. Douglas Henry, Gary Smoke, Jake Kerr also all in that call. Joe Houston, Jacob Alicia.
5.3, 5.2 right now.
Get me in the turn.
In the turn?
Yeah, well, you got rid of your run, so never mind.
Yeah, no, I kept it in.
Tank ups, watch out.
5 laps of fuel.
4.5.
3.8.
4.8.
Got 5 at the line.
4.8.
I'm low, JJ.
That was a tight move. Go low, JJ. Could not have been any closer. That could have been bad, but now they get control of this race. Jacob Alicia and Jake Hare did have to leave their teammates out to dry, but you heard the field number. Right around 5 to go till the tank is absolutely on E. These guys got to get in a position to maximize pit road.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge. Obviously, none of these guys are going to take tires unless they want to, but I don't see a point in doing that, as they got some coming down. We
Here
got
we
Nicholas
go.
Tucker, Ryan Hatch. That looks like the 6-7 group.
No, you're absolutely correct. As we try to find them. So there's 4 cars on pit road. Ricky Mandoka, Mason Thompson, Ryan Hatch, and Nick Tucker. 4 cars down to pit road. And by the way, Brett Murphy hit pit road by himself. He's back out on track. Actually, disregard that. He has some help in front of him with the likes of Gary Smoke and Davion Haskins. Right
Guys,
now,
I just heard
67
Matthew.
XI back out on track. Sorry.
Yeah, everybody's coming in.
Here we go. Look
There's
at
2
all
trucks
these
to stay out.
trucks. David Wright stayed out. Brian Torchia as well. David Wright, Brian Torchia are teammates. They're a duo team. So put this in perspective. As all these guys hit pit road, Brian Torchia, David Wright had no insight on when the other teams were pitting. They're 2-truck team all by themselves. This is Prestige Worldwide. Does this hurt them? Do they pit next time by?
Yeah, they're going to pit, or they might stretch it out. As by the way, I'm looking right at this moment. Dylan Herberton's back on track. He's obviously going to be 2 laps down, but he has caught his teammates, so he's obviously going to push his teammates. And yeah, here they come right now. But here comes 67. They're starting to pass most of these guys in that group right now. They're in 1, getting into 2, and most of these guys are getting out of pit road. But that's only 4 of them, as this whole group. If that group would have stayed out longer, I think they would have made off a lot more time than what they thought.
Nicholas Tucker right there, and you're about to see a dogfight for the lead as these guys try to crisscross around lap trucks.
Yeah, these guys are duking it out now. They're going everywhere. Oh my God. They're trying to get track position. That's what it's all about now. You did the first cycle. Now it's all about who can get track position.
And look at this long line of trucks just behind him. They will catch them all in routes, and they are making good time as we're side by side. Now, remember, Aiden Gould 1 lap down right now. He goes to 2 laps down if Nicholas Tucker gets beside him, because that's the leader. Aiden Gould a lap down, so don't factor him in as part of this battle. But Nicholas Tucker, your leader. Ryan Hatch right behind him with Mason Thompson, 2nd and 3rd. Greg Jodiet, Pete's Hart on the bottom behind Davion Haskins, who's also 1 lap down. Here's the front pack. Second pack have been racing so bad. The gap from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. Oh, no! Wow, what just happened? I was talking about the gap and these guys created a trap. Jacob Alicia, your pole sitter, is involved. What the fuck?
Well, that was uncalled for, but this gets everybody re-racked and restacked. It's lap 39. They're going to pin at 41. And it sounds like they got 30 laps of fuel. So they will be about 4 or 5 laps short. Will somebody try to push 5 laps of fuel to make it to the end? What do you think, Noah?
I don't know, but we got to take a look at the replay before we do anything else. Here we go. What just happened? So this is some crash of the straightaway. So we had the dump camera on the flag stand, paying attention to what happened. Oh, Ronnie Lane just got dumped by somebody. We'll have to look at that again. So Ronnie Lane back, that's his teammate. Ronnie Lane. No, Ricky Mandoka actually dumps Ronnie Lane. I thought it was Jordan Marion. Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia, David Wright. Wow, look at this.
Have you ever?
Yeah. I mean, Ricky Mandoka dumps Ronnie Lane, David Wright, Douglas Henry, Jacob Alicia. It actually doesn't look that bad for some of these guys.
No, I mean, obviously Ronnie, not too much damage. He'll probably be able to repair all of that. Is Alicia? Alicia doesn't look too bad either. Oh, the rear end of that 46 truck of Ricky. That was a hard lick in the wall. He might have the most damage out of everybody.
Pete Hart takes the lead, and then the Victoria's Secret car that Ricky was referencing was Jordan Marion, number 10, Ronnie Lane's teammate. Nicholas Tucker, Brian Torshia makes up the next row. Ryan Hatch, Greg Jody at Matthew Legat, Jay Kara, Joe Houston, Derek Stanley round out your top 10. Jacob Alicia fixes damage. He's still in the fight. It'll be Pete Tart, and look at that EOL line, Blakely.
I know that is a very, very long line for the EOL line. Holy.
Wave around guys fixing damage, leaving pit road while it was closed, trying to get everything they can out of these trucks. But how about Pete Tart? We haven't talked about him yet tonight, Jacob. I know you're a big Pete Tart fan, as Nicholas Tucker, Ryan Hatch make a move on him for the lead.
Yeah, there goes that damn 6-7 group. But Pete Tart, you know, one of the kids that just kind of came out of nowhere. Everybody thought he was a grandpa, I guess. Oh! And he got turned!
That is Jordan Marion. Jordan Marion got spun, and we're still green flag, Jacob. Nicholas Tucker, Ryan Hatch controlling this race. Well, let's listen in again to 67 XI Racing. Ryan Hatch, Ricky Mandoka, Nick Tucker, Mason Thompson, Dylan Hurwitz, and Davion Haskins.
Kind of
You
just
think 13 would be enough?
I'll let you guys know how much we're gonna need when we get to pit road.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Because it's obviously gonna change from here to the end.
Yeah.
it'll probably be like 4
Mason,
or 5
I'm getting
gallons.
to 3.4. I'm getting to 3.4 gallons.
Probably be like 4 or 5 gallons, Mason.
You sure 3.4 won't be enough by the time we pit?
Let's let Nick tell us, because he's out front. Just gotta go off him.
Yeah, I got 15 laps left, so y'all
I got
want, we can go
16.8.
14
I got
from now or
16.8.
13 from now.
I've been saving gas while I've been drafted behind fucking Mason. There's no point, but I have.
Could we save enough to make it to the end here?
And you just heard it out before we jumped out of the call. Can I save enough to make it to the end? Was the quote out of Ryan Hatch. I think it might have been Mason Thompson. I don't think you could save enough to make it to the end. And now it depends how hard you're pushing. If he's already asking if he can save enough. Oh, who is it?
Let's see. We got Mitchell. We got Gary, Chris, Doug. That's an interesting group to kind of go in.
What the fuck is this camera angle? What the fuck are we looking at, dude? Who is that guy staring at us? What the hell?
We hired an ex-crackhead Fox producer to do our cameras, and obviously it's showing. He had
Bro,
a very, very bad
look at
addiction.
this guy staring at us, dude. What the hell? Oh
He
my
did a lot of
gosh.
cocaine in his life and has been to AA. He's obviously back, but I think he might have found some in the infield, obviously with those camera angles. Horrible shots. I don't know who set those up there, but it wasn't us. It was definitely the crackhead Fox guy.
Well, flipper win right now. Aiden Gould, Hunter East, Matthew Legatt, Pete Hart, Spencer Burton, Thomas Melnick, and of course, Hunter East, Spencer Burton out of this race. But we got Aiden Gould, who's trying to get the free pass. He has to battle, by the way, Jordan Marion. Jordan Marion is with his teammates right now up front. Jordan Marion in the number 10 Victoria's Secret. Aiden Gould on the top line. He needs to stay ahead of him if he wants the free pass. Right now, Pop-Tart Pete. P3 right now. Let's go listen in.
Pete.
That's Pete? It looked like Pete.
It's Pete.
It's a great paint scheme.
I knew it was Pete. I was like, I wanted to say it was Pete or Dylan Herberton, but I didn't think it was
Did we
Herberton
say-
because
what
Herberton
did
doesn't
we
look
say,
like that.
60 coming to 61, we're pitting?
60
Yeah.
coming to 61.
Okay.
What lap are you on
And-
now? Because I'm
and
only on lap
67
16.
XI guys are coming with us.
This is.
We're on the broadcast, guys.
67 XI's coming with us.
So we go around again and then we.
67XI is the one pitting with us. Yes, Matt, yes.
Okay.
It'll be Flipper win, 61XI. So it'll be Ricky, me, you, Hatch,
It's alright, they're not watching.
Aiden, Thomas, flipping Mason Thompson.
So, Spencer Burton, even though Spencer is 42 laps down, he is making sure his teammates get reliable and valuable information.
It is very hard when you're drunk. It's not easy.
Here we go, pit road entry, and here they come. Everybody
If
does a
one
good
messes
job at
up.
making pit road. Jake Hare,
Aiden,
big lock up. Jake Hare played them really close.
Oh, it was Jake here. It looks like Aiden Chuck from afar. I'm
Guess
geeking.
what? Guess what? Davion Haskins made it into pit road entry again.
But will he slide through his box this time, though? Because he did last time.
You called it. No, Davion
Oh, because he
Haskins.
did last time.
No, why would you do that to Dave?
And just
No.
like that, DHL will always miss your house just like Dave misses your fucking box.
Oh, no. Wow. Derek Stanley, David Wright, Anthony Ely, Brett Murphy, Greg Jody, Brian Torshia, Jacob Alicia, all yet to pit. Jamie Howe as well. If Jordan Marion stays out, he needs to keep an eye on the prize. The prize is being in front of that 10 truck, and he is struggling to get there. So, yeah, it sucks that he didn't... Oh! No! Whoa! What just happened? Anthony Ely just got dumped. Wow! I can't even find Anthony on the scoreboard. Anthony Ely... Aiden Gould wrecked. Ely's day is done. That was insane. Let's take a look at the replay, Blakely.
And this hurts Aiden because Jordan's going to get the lucky. Oh, my God.
So, Aiden Gould, he's trying to track down Jordan Marion. So, he's going to get close to Ely here. Oh, Ely's coming up as Aiden's going down. Oh, look at that truck. What a ride for Ely.
Yeah, that truck, unfortunately, is probably done for the night as he's just getting to the closing laps. That's the worst feeling ever as a driver. Done everything you could do right, and then a lap truck like Aiden. A racing incident, though, you can't blame him. You can't blame both. That's a racing incident, and it sucks, though. It's just a heartbreaking, crushing blow. I've done everything right. I put myself in position to at least finish this race, and then shit happens. That sucks for him, but hopefully next week he'll come out on top, make the A main feature, get some good points at Eldora, as his night will possibly more than likely be done.
10-lap shootout here at Dega.
It's all come down to this. We've had strategy, we've had a caution, we've had a pile up, but basically a parking lot in one. Well, a 4-car parking lot, but it's still a parking lot. And now it all comes down to 10 laps here in Talladega.
Right now, Ricky Wentworth has Matthew Legatt on his rear bumper. I know Legatt will stay loyal to Ricky, but for how long? Pete Hart out front, Nicholas Tucker, Mason Thompson to his outside. Pete Hart almost gets put 3 wide middle, and he does. Nicholas Tucker with his teammates go to the top, and Pete Hart will fall backwards, and you hate to see it. Whoa,
Yeah,
big
Pete Hart,
block out of Matt. Whoa, they're all over the place. 3 wide for the lead. 3 trucks under a blanket. They are dogging right now. 9 laps to go.
Davion's going to go all the way to the top, but it looks like the 46 machine, obviously.
Oh, Mason up the inside.
Oh, no, that's Ryan Hatch. Davy's going to fall
4
Ryan
wide.
Hatch. Now Matthew's going to jump to that top line.
Pushing them, getting a push. Pete Hart leads the outside line with Matthew Legatt on his tail. Brian Torchia looks to the outside. He has teammate David Wright right there with him.
I was going to say David's going to join him as Ryan's trying to make a move all the way from the back here. He's going to try to go all the way to the front with those two, but those two have no help. They're just dropping like a rock back to the back, and they're going to keep fighting, obviously, as the bottom line is now pinching up to the second line, trying to get them the lag back. This is getting a little wicked and crazy right now. Alicia, I'm going to keep an eye on him as he's in the back.
This is the drama of the choreograph of restrictor plate racing. You could be 3-line building a run. The next thing you know, it's you and one guy going backwards, and we go to 2 lines. And then all of a sudden, the bottom line is dominant. And Matthew Legatt goes up with Pete Hart to the top line. All of a sudden, we go back to 3 lines where the 3rd line is dominant. Jamie Howe, if he could keep his bumper right on the right rear of Dylan Hervitzen, he could get a push around the 67. Hervitzen can't block. He can't get in front of Jamie Howe. And Jamie, the owner of Lickety Slick's Dirt Racing Tour, is getting a push from the owner of Pow. Oh, no! Big wreck! We're still green. No, the yellow falls. And it will be a overtime finish. It'll be a green-white checkered. Ryan Hatch, Greg Jodiet, Douglas Henry all involved.
Let's see what caused that, Noah. That was... I don't even know what caused it. I was so focused up in the front.
Greg Jodiet is that blue and black truck right behind that bright gold. Oh, maybe a bad push from the truck behind him? Let's take a look at the replay a little bit closer.
It just looks like a very bad just push going in the 3, upsetting his truck.
Oh,
no!
He comes down in front of Brian Hatch. Did not know that he was 4 wide.
No, and Hatchie's
and
gonna
here we
get
go.
some
This is going to be a
good
big
damage here,
hit. Brett Murphy, Brian Torchia, Derek Stanley, Greg Jodiet, all trucks that we've been talking about tonight.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see some of the damage. Obviously, Greg is... He's got some wicked old damage right now, but some of these trucks look like they're pretty salvageable still.
Matthew Legatt, your league owner, is in the top spot. The field goes when he says so. Restart zone. David Wright to the outside. Green-white checker to decide who wins this race tonight. Matthew Legatt, not as good of a launch as the last restart from the previous leader of Mason Thompson. David Wright, right on his outside, and they're building a run. Jacob Alicia, Pete Hart, 3 wide top.
Pete Tart's going to follow Jacob Alicia, as Noah said here, and they're going to try to make something happen as there's not a lot of cars following. Oh, there's a wreck!
Oh.
There's a wreck in the back!
Brett Murphy, Jordan Marion. And we will go into a 3rd overtime. Wow. And I don't even get an incident report. We have to look at it the old-fashioned way.
Matthew just goes, well, fuck.
Here we go. Jordan Marion, Douglas Henry. Oh, Doug dumps Jordan, just gets on the wrong part of the rear bumper. Sends the truck around up into Brett Murphy. Nicholas Tucker in the restart zone has the teammate behind him. David Wright, Pete Tart, Mason Thompson, Nick Tucker, Jamie Howell, Jake Hare, Chris Sawyer, Mitchell Mumma, Gary Smoke, Ricky Wentworth. They're all looking for their first wins. They're all looking for their first wins in Frontier. Green flag is back out.
Yeah, and as you were talking, Mitchell Mama just absolutely missed the shift and caused that whole top line to fade out. Oh no!
Big run on the top line. Here comes David Wright outside of Nicholas Tucker. They're even down the back straightaway. Pete Tart, Jake Hare on the top line. Mason Thompson, Jamie Howell, Chris Sawyer on the bottom. Can we make the distance? At the flag stand, it'll be 1 lap to go. Anything goes. A breakaway of 7 trucks up front. And Pete Tart is giving David Wright everything he has. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 lap to go here at Talladega. Who will win? Nick Tucker on the bottom. Help from his teammate. David Wright up top. Everybody in the top 10 trying to get their first win in Frontier Truck Tour.
And don't count out the line that's led by that 28 machine of Gary Smoke, as here they come to the top, to the bottom, to the middle.
Big wiggles. Derek Stanley upside down. Mason Thompson wrecking.
He's flipping.
Wow, they're
green,
still
and
wrecking.
we're going to the end.
David Wright has the lead. 3 wide for second. Pete Tart, Jake Hare, Nick Tucker. Jake Hare contact. Wrecks another. Here comes Nick Tucker outside of David Wright at the flag stand. David Wright, can he hang on? Here they come to the line. David Wright got him.
Maybe when that happened.
Nice job, man.
I accidentally joined the wrong call, but I got to David Wright's just in time to hear Brian Torchia, his teammate, say, "Great job, man." That was an insane finish. Looked like 3 different wrecks, but David Wright gets his first career win in the Frontier Truck Tour. It comes right here at Talladega for the Dega Dash. David Wright picks up your win.
And Nick Tucker was so close to tasting victory and falls just short 2 spots.
Unfortunate. That's Gary Smoke getting a push from Douglas Henry to get back around. Oh, they're in the fence.
Got a bunch of wrecked buckets of fuck
Look
out
at
there,
the
but
fans. The fans are going insane right now. Pete Tart,
Yes, David's
P2,
gonna burn
but
it down.
David Wright burning it down, baby. What a win.
I keep going till that thing runs out of fuel.
He's going to stop her right there for us. Let's get him up at the booth.
He ain't
David
done.
Wright, you win the Dega Dash. First career win. It could not be more dramatic. Did you think it was going to happen?
I did not think it was going to happen. I thought I was getting wrecked there coming off a 4. I just held it to the floor and was just playing, please, please, please.
What were the emotions this race? The highs, the lows, and being there at the end. 3 overtimes to win tonight. What do you think about this season's race?
You know, it's been a rough season. I hadn't had very good results. Some of it my part, some of it just straight up racing parts. But you know, it was you know, I had to take an EOL at the beginning of the race and got caught up in that first caution. Not sure what happened. I just know I went sliding across the inside the track and just kept my foot in it. And I don't know. You know, it takes a little luck to win these and on restrictor plates, and just got lucky tonight. I'll take it.
Maybe it was less luck and more karma. Let's talk about it. That EOL. you were going to be able to, and I'm very positive you were going to fly underneath the radar, avoid the EOL. You were supposed to have it last week. You didn't show up. So you call out the league owner in the public drivers meeting and said, hey, I was supposed to have an EOL last week. I wasn't here. Do I get it today? And your good graciousness, you said it, it's integrity. Do you think that played a factor in getting the win tonight? Do you think it comes full circle?
You know, I think some things do come full circle. I don't think that had an impact, on my win, but, I like to race clean. I believe in trying to race clean. Accidents do happen. So I did do a dive bomb on the Roval, the Daytona Roval 2 weeks ago, there at the end, and I knew it was my fault, and they called a penalty on me for it. So, it's like I said in the meeting, if you do the crime, you got to do the time. So, I'm a firm believer in it, and I like clean racing, and like I said, a firm believer in clean racing. So, I don't mind serving my penalty. I would want somebody else. I'd hope they do the same. So, I'm sure it helped being that way tonight, but that's just the way that's just who I am.
David Wright, winner of the Dega Dash here in Season 2 of Frontier Truck Tour. How will you be celebrating?
I'm going to bed.
I don't blame you. Me too, brother.
It was a long race, but you know what? It was a good race. It got ugly there at the end. They tend to, but other than that, I thought it was a good race by everybody. I mean, at times we were 4 wide and we didn't wreck during that. So, good overall race. This is a good series. Good bunch of guys. Good broadcasting, and just appreciate the opportunity. Yeah, don't say y'all do a good job, and people that broadcast, the people that put this stuff on, they do stuff behind the scenes, so the rest of us get to come out here and play, and it's always greatly appreciated.
David, I can't wait to oil you up later tonight. I'll see you.
David.
I appreciate it.
And David, just know, there's $20 coming your way.
Oh.
Hey, I always take some money. That'll buy a Big Mac meal these days.
That's what I was telling Noah. That's 2 McDonald's meals.
David Wright. David Wright, the winner of the Frontier Truck Tour Dega Dash. Congratulations. We're going to send you back down. Have a good night, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
Wow, what a race. I went poof because I saw Pete Tart going backwards.
Yes, I did. I was watching him, and I was like, oh, he's going to go right by the camera. I can already tell he's watching. They do it on purpose.
Hold on. Let's prank Pete Tart. Hey, Pete, this is Noah in the booth.
Hi, Noah.
Just letting you know, word from adminship, because you interrupted the front stretch celebration going backwards, you will lose your second finishing position. You get an EOL, which puts you P22 on the day. But, nice job, I guess.
What? There's no way.
Pete, you finished second here tonight. How close were you to getting that win?
I hate you, Noah. I mean, that was pretty good. I was kind of terrified, especially after we got some nose damage when we were going balls to the walls. But I was middle 3, and I guess the 48 car thought I went to the bottom, which I didn't. So I lost a lot of momentum. But who was pushing me? Was that the 67 car? Was that Dylan Herbertson?
6-7.
6-7. I still finished second. That's a good result after missing last week for my sister's birthday dinner, of all things. But I mean, yeah, good points day at Dega. I'm kind of surprised.
Congratulations, Pete, on the top 3. You finished second here tonight. We're going to send you back down.
Thank you. Buy my merch. Buy my merch.
Always a sellout.
Always a sellout. Nick Tucker brings it home in third. Most laps led today. Came up just short, Nick. What are the emotions?
Obviously, just glad that it's over. My hands were cramping. My brain was itching. I didn't know what was going to come next, what was going to happen here, there, or wherever. Obviously, disappointed. Feel like I could have had that one. Feel like that move off of turn 4 on the last lap, I feel like I maybe could have passed David, but I looked in my mirror and I didn't see anybody coming top with me, so I kind of tried to do the old bait and switch on him, and he didn't take the bait. So I just kind of ran into the back of him, pushing him to the finish line. So, well, we had a good run today. So I'm proud of it. After this disaster of a season, I'll definitely be happy with a third place finish.
Nick Tucker, congratulations on the top 3. I'll see you later.
Thanks, buddy. See you around.
Can we do one more interview?
Who do you want to interview?
Guy that started on pit road 2 laps down and made a comeback for a top 5 is Aiden Gould, dude. That's a hell of a run.
All right, Jacob, you head this interview. I'll play along.
Oh, I gotta go get him.
I thought I moved
Actually,
him. It
where
didn't
is
work.
he?
There we go. There we go.
Aiden, it's you know, you already know who's in the booth. I'm not gonna tell you. Anyways, emotional night for you. Had to start obviously in pit road because you were an absolute weapon for 2 weeks in a row. How do you feel after finishing 4th, getting a top 5 after being 2 laps down majority of the race? And Buddy's not here. He's
Not
scooting.
even- and by the way, I will tack this on. Remember, Aiden got caught up in that wreck on like lap 74. So he had to head down pit road and fix damage and still got back up to 4th.
Pretty impressive. That's a good night.
Here. You ask me the question, Jacob, and I'll play the part as Aiden Gould.
Yeah, Aiden, you started pit road. You had been an absolute weapon, and obviously you finished P4 after being 2 laps down majority of the race. How do you feel right now? Not Noah. My bad, Aiden.
Yeah, it was, I tried my best. It was a good race. I'm happy. Everybody did a good job. I made mistakes, but I drove my way back to the top 5. I need it for the points, and, I'm going to go win this fucking championship.
Now, Aiden, how are you going to win this championship when you suck ass on dirt and we're going to Eldora next week?
All I know is I gotta beat Matthew Legan in the bracket. I'm probably gonna wreck his ass, and then I'm just gonna gap him for the rest of this season.
All right, Aiden. Well, it was good talking to you. You're always an idiot, as always. Hated that he's actually not here. No, I had to play his part. But anyways, that's Aiden, everybody, and I think that's the end of our night.
Yeah, one heck of a night right here for the Frontier Truck Tour. The Dega Dash, I cannot complain. One hell of a race. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Jacob Blakely. I will see you guys next time.